Hi, my name is Lisa Kyes, and I'm here in Bismarck, North Dakota, on the corner of 4th and Broadway, and you're at Urban Harvest, which is a kind of an outdoor air community gathering place that we do. We have markets, 6 of them throughout the summer, and they are held every Thursday. Today's the last one. We're in our 5th year, and today's the last one of the year, so it kind of marks the end of the summer for those of us that are keeping track. It started, there were actually a group of 4 women who were from the North Dakota area, who had lived in other metropolitan areas and who brought their families back to North Dakota. And they had experienced farmers markets and community gathering spaces like what we're doing here. But there wasn't anything like that here in Bismarck, and so they really felt like they wanted to try to bring an event like that here. So they just decided, since there isn't one, let's create it ourselves. I got involved because I just loved coming as a, as a spectator, as a participant, whatever you want to call it, and I just really enjoyed that. And so I wanted to get involved because the women who started the whole event, they really took everything on themselves, everything on their back, and did it all themselves. And they didn't have a whole lot of help, and as a result, got a little burned out. So several of them resigned last year, and they needed some people to step in and take over. And so I got involved, and we kind of are taking more of a committee aspect, trying to find more volunteers. More people with specific jobs makes this a much easier event to make happen. So in the evenings, throughout the day and in the evenings, we have music, and my absolute favorite thing is to see our kids out in front of the bands dancing, and the bands love it. It's totally a family thing. That's my favorite thing, is that if it's someplace you can literally spend your whole day. Kind of our summer thing, I mean, you know how a lot of people can't afford vacations or whatever, you don't have a lot of time because you're working, but the kids all week long are saying, when's Urban Harvest? Countdown to Thursday. And it's impacted my family because we really have something to look forward to every week, and it's the best night of sleep all week that my kids get. I feel like the change that I see is just that people are really, now that it's an established event, they really look forward to it and just make it a part of their week. I think we've also seen like a change as far as local foods initiatives, kind of supporting local vendors. That's really our mission, is to support local vendors, local produce. And so that, I think, has grown. I mean, the amount of, the produce that's being sold on a regular basis here has really increased because of that movement, I would say. We do have one paid employee. That's our executive director, because that person takes on the bulk of the planning and the work. The rest of everything else is handled totally by volunteers. For example, in the evenings, we have this every Thursday for 6 weeks, and the Wednesday evening prior, my husband will call a friend and say, hey buddy, can you come help me set up the barricades? At night after the performances are over, we're tearing down. Same thing in the morning. Our executive director, Gina Phillips, works with some local youth who are part of, I think, it's some type of a rehabilitation program, and they help, they help set this up. So there's tons of people involved from all walks of life and ages, and it happens really because people want to see this happen every year. Definitely there is pushback. I'd say that the support is larger than the pushback is. The city's been great about granting us the clearance to use the space. The pushback has been minor. Probably some single voices who feel like, it's like a hippie fest, or and would look around. I mean, it's not at all. We always laugh about that because it's just not the case. But I'd say some of the business people around here, maybe more of from a corporate standpoint, maybe don't necessarily enjoy all the hustle and bustle, but the folks that own businesses on the street down here all tell us that their business is better on Thursdays because we're here and because we bring people who wouldn't have been downtown. downtown, so that they can visit their shops too. So we get a lot of really positive commentary on Facebook, for example. That's something new this year. Social networking generally, you're probably hearing that from a lot of the folks you're talking to. We get a lot of great feedback on Facebook. But we have also seen some neat letters to the editor from people who just come down and have a great experience and just want to share it with the rest of the community. So I would say we've also gotten a lot of stories like in the local newspaper and on TV news as well. I think the first couple of years could be challenging just to get the word out, but it's going to be easier for people to do this kind of thing now because of all the social networking and people, how crazy we all are for it. So I think it actually would be easier now than it was 5 years ago when the original founders were trying to do it. I think the key would be to look, who are your local artists? Who are those people? What are they producing? And are they interested in selling their art or whatever it is that they've got? Connect in if possible with local farmers or people who are producing vegetables for sale and that kind of thing. Work with your farmers markets and then just see if you can't get it together. We find the farmers by working through our local our farmers market organizations. We try to create a listserv through people we know. We ask, that's the best way, is to find out from the people you know, who do you know, and what do they do and how can they contribute. We put out a call for, Facebook again has been huge. We put out a call for vendors through our Pride of Dakota connections, because there's a lot of people who produce through and are involved in Pride of Dakota and who also vend here. It's a lot of just, honestly, that grassroots networking. Well, I mean, Bismarck has always been known for, its food growing, but the focus has always been on how, North Dakota feeds the world. We sell so many commodities, agricultural commodities, and I'm interested, and I think Urban Harvest is interested in ways we can, feed people right here by involving the farmers, involving local restaurant, owners, that sort of thing. People coming here, it builds community. Urban Harvest builds community because you meet people that you didn't know that you had a lot in common with. You meet people that have a similar interest. You are able to support an artist that you didn't know about. And so it builds community on financial levels, emotional levels, and friendship levels.